You've got it tuned to KEXP. We're listener-powered radio at 90.3 FM in Seattle. You can find us online around the globe at KEXP.org. So excited to have Quilt live in studio today. Welcome.
Hello.
Howdy. I heard it was a hairy ride out there getting here, but we're so happy to have you here. And how about you start off with a couple songs? It's Quilt live on KEXP, playing tonight at Barboza in Seattle. Held in Splendor, the new album, one of my favorite of the year. Great job.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And thank you so much for coming in to play. Can you tell me a little bit about how the band formed? I've been a fan since your last album, Quilt, and I don't know a ton about you, actually, except that you're from Boston.
Well, I'm the only one from Boston, and Shane and I met in Boston at school a couple of years ago, and had our founding drummer at the time, and then, we've been playing with John for 3 years now, and this is an exciting time because the album just came out, and we're just feel like a good unit right now.
We met as part of a kind of local music collective and going to school together. There was a music collective in Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts called the White House Family Record, and we kind of met hanging out there, and then we went to the school, the Museum of Fine Arts, together and met.
Yeah.
The band started there in that process.
Met in art school.
I love the sound and the vibe of your music, and I love the four-part singing. That it just makes me deliriously happy. And you've got a great kind of psychedelic sound, and I read an interview with you after the release of the first album, and this may not be true, you can't believe everything you read, but that you would jam and then the songs would form themselves from that kind of a process. Is that true? And if so, is that something that you did on this new record too?
Yeah, we kind of mix a lot of different kinds of songwriting. Jamming is definitely one of them, like a lot of songs. The first song that we played, Saturday Bride, that came completely out of just being in the practice space together jamming. And that's one where we all wrote all of the lyrics together and all of the parts and did that whole thing. And then we also sometimes bring in parts of songs to each other, or fully formed songs that we play on, add parts, take apart. So lots of different processes.
This album, we brought in some fully formed songs this time, which was sort of a new development for us. It's like that has a more heavy presence on this album, and I think that was a really good way for us to sort of evolve. So,
did you bring some new instrumentation into this new record?
Yeah, we brought piano, violin, cello, singing saw, and lap steel. Our friend Daniel Bachman played lap steel.
A little bit of saxophone.
And some saxophone, yeah.
Yeah, I thought I heard some interesting things in there. Well, as I said, it's one of my favorite records of the year, Held in Splendor. Tonight, the band plays at Barboza here in Seattle, and then heading up to Vancouver, playing the Media Club tomorrow, and then back down to Portland at the Mississippi Studios. I highly recommend you catch them. And how about a little more music?
All this sorrow and my pride.
Very nice. It's Quilt live in the KEXP studios tonight. They play Barboza. Thank you again so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
That was
Thank
wonderful.
you.
We had a blast.
Want to thank our engineer Kevin Suggs, always making it sound great. And you've got it tuned to KEXP Seattle.